1942. The world is at war. On the Mississippi Gulf Coast, in the shipbuilding town of Pascagoula, every night is a blackout. Thick curtains cover every window. Not a sliver of light escapes. German U-boats prowled the waters just offshore, a constant, lurking threat. But for the people of Pascagoula, a new fear is about to emerge. One that isn't out at sea, but right inside their homes. It starts with whispers, then grows into a town-wide panic. They call him the Phantom Barber, a silent intruder who slips into bedrooms, not to steal or to harm, but to commit one of the strangest and most unsettling crimes you've ever heard of: cutting women's hair while they sleep. This is the story of a mystery that terrified a community during the darkest days of World War II, and why, to this day, the Phantom Barber was never caught. The story begins in early June 1942, at a convent for Our Lady of Victories. Two young girls, Mary Evelyn Briggs and Edna Marie Heidel, wake up one morning feeling different. Something is wrong. They soon discovered that a lock of their hair has been snipped, cleaned off. They tell the nuns, who are baffled. How could someone have gotten into a locked convent in the middle of the night, cut the girl's hair, and vanished without a trace? The windows were latched. The doors were secure. It made no sense. At first, it's dismissed as a prank, maybe one of the other girls playing a trick. But then, it happens again. And again. Just days later, the attack spread beyond the convent walls. A woman named Mrs. G.R. Taylor wakes up one morning to find a 2-inch-long lock of her blonde hair missing from her pillow. The chilling part? She had been sleeping in the same room as her husband and their 2 children. An intruder had managed to sneak into a crowded bedroom, cut her hair, and leave completely undetected. The town starts to buzz with fear. Who is doing this? And why? The local newspaper, the Chronicles, picks up the story, and the legend of the Phantom Barber is born. Panic grips Pascagoula. This isn't just a simple prank anymore. The violation is deeply personal. Imagine the terror of waking up to find evidence that a stranger was in your bedroom, inches from your head, as you slept defenseless. The psychological impact was immense. Women started sleeping with scissors under their pillows, with pistols on their nightstands. Men formed armed vigilante groups, patrolling the darkened streets all night, determined to catch the prowler. The local police, already stretched thin by wartime duties, are overwhelmed. They're dealing with a crime that has no precedent, no motive they can understand. Was it a lone madman? A pervert? A group of pranksters taking things way too far? Or, as some whispered, was it something even more sinister? Remember the context. This is wartime. Pascagoula is a vital hub for the war effort, with thousands of workers at the Ingalls Shipbuilding Corporation building ships for the Navy. The town is flooded with outsiders, transient workers from all over the country. Paranoia is already running high. Could the Phantom Barber be a saboteur? A spy sent by the Nazis to disrupt morale? It sounds far-fetched, but in the heightened anxiety of 1942, anything seemed possible. The theory was that by spreading fear and chaos, the barber could distract the workers, slow down ship production, and undermine the American war effort from within. The FBI even gets involved, investigating this bizarre local crime as a potential threat to national security. The attacks continue, becoming bolder and more frequent. A woman named Carol Petey is attacked, then another, Mrs. R.E. Taylor. In one of the most frightening incidents, a couple, Mr. and Mrs. Heidel, are attacked on the same night. The intruder cuts a lock of Mrs. Heidel's hair, but then he moves to her husband and tries to hit him with a heavy iron bar. Mr. Heidel fights back, and the intruder flees, leaving the bar behind. This is a terrifying escalation. The barber is no longer just a hair thief. He's now physically violent. The town is on the verge of hysteria. People are barricading their doors, sleeping in shifts. The fear is so thick you could cut it with a knife. And then, just as suddenly as it began, it stops. After a frantic 2-week period of terror, the Phantom Barber vanishes. No more cut hair, no more late-night intrusions. Eat this? Over. The police, desperate for a resolution and under immense public pressure, make an arrest. They charge a local man, William Dolan, a 57-year-old chemist who had a strained relationship with the Heidel family, the couple who were attacked. The evidence against him is flimsy, to say the least. It's based on the discovery of a small bundle of human hair found near his home. Dolan maintains his innocence, claiming he was framed. He even passes a lie detector test, but the court disregards it. In the rush to calm the panicked public and close the case, William Dolan is convicted of attempted murder and sentenced to 10 years in prison. The town of Pascagoula breathes a collective sigh of relief. The monster is caught, justice is served, and life can return to normal. Or can it? Many people, including some law enforcement officials, are not convinced. The evidence against Dolan was circumstantial at best. No one ever saw him at the scene of any of the crimes. The hair found near his home couldn't be definitively linked to any of the victims. And most importantly, Dolan didn't fit the description given by the few people who caught a glimpse of the intruder, a description of a smallish man, sort of fat. Dolan was neither of these things. Was he just a convenient scapegoat, sacrificed to restore order? For years, that's where the story ended. Dolan served his time, the war ended, and the bizarre tale of the Phantom Barber faded into local folklore, a creepy campfire story. The official case files were sealed, citing the need to protect wartime morale. The secrets of the summer of 1942 were locked away, but the doubts lingered. If Dolan was the barber, why did the crimes fit such a specific, unusual pattern? We who stare. And if he wasn't, then who was? The real Phantom Barber, it seemed, had gotten away with it. Decades pass. The story remains a cold case, a historical oddity. William Dolan is eventually pardoned in 1951. A quiet admission, perhaps, that the justice system had failed. He lives out the rest of his life, always shadowed by the accusation. The town of Pascagoula moves on, but the legend never completely dies. It's a story told from one generation to the next, a chilling reminder of the time fear stalked their streets. Then, in 2005, something incredible happens. A researcher digging into old Navy records stumbles upon an evidence locker connected to the original FBI investigation. And inside, there's a small, carefully preserved piece of evidence that was never presented at trial. A single 2-inch-long braid of blonde hair, presumably from one of the victims. This is a bombshell. For the first time, there's physical evidence that can be analyzed with modern technology. The braid is sent for DNA testing. The results are electrifying. The DNA profile extracted from the root of the hair is run through every database. Available criminal databases, military records, everything. They're looking for a match to William Dolan, or perhaps to one of the known suspects from 1942. And what they find is the final, chilling twist in this bizarre story. The DNA does not match William Dolan. It doesn't match any of the other suspects. It doesn't match anyone in any known criminal database, but it does get a partial hit. A familial match. The DNA belongs to a man who had served in the US Navy. But here is the kicker. This sailor was stationed in Pascagoula in 1942. He had no known connection to the town or the crimes. The only connection is that his DNA is related to the person who left this braid behind. This opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. Was the Phantom Barber a sailor passing through? Was he related to this person in the database? The DNA evidence definitively proves what many had suspected all along. William Dolan was an innocent man. He was a scapegoat for a town's terror. The real Phantom Barber, the silent, shadowy figure who crept into homes with a pair of scissors, was someone else entirely. And we are closer than ever to knowing who, yet still so far away. The DNA gives us a ghost, a genetic echo of the man, but not his name. It tells us he was likely a white male, with a relative who later served in the Navy. But that's it. The trail goes cold again. So, who was the Phantom Barber of Pascagoula? The question hangs in the air, unanswered for over 80 years. Was he a lone eccentric with a strange fetish? A shell-shocked soldier acting out some deep-seated trauma? Or was there truth to the wartime paranoia? Was he a saboteur, sowing psychological terror to disrupt a vital shipbuilding town. The sealed files, the convenient conviction, and the passage of time have all conspired to keep his identity a secret. The DNA evidence exonerated an innocent man but left us with a phantom, a genetic profile without a face. The story of the Phantom Barber is more than just a weird true crime tale. It's a snapshot of a specific moment in history, a time of immense collective anxiety where fear of a foreign enemy blurred with fear of the monster next door. It's a story about how Esli justice can be sacrificed for the sake of order. And it's a mystery that endures, a ghost that still haunts the Mississippi coast. The man who terrorized a town in the dark of night simply disappeared. He was never caught, and unless a new confession or a miraculous DNA match emerges from the shadows of history, he never will be. What do you think? Who was the Phantom Barber? Let me know your theories down in the comments. It's one of those cases that really gets under your skin. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy diving into forgotten mysteries like this, make sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.